Welcome in the next lecture of the radar and TV engineering. Very good afternoon to all of you. I hope you all are well at your home. So today we are going to discuss about TV engineering. In last lecture, we have already discussed about the basic fundamentals of television engineering. In this fundamental of television engineering, we have discussed about the transmitter section and receiver section of the monochrome color television. After that, we have discussed the scanning process and the types of scanning. Today, we are going to discuss about the scanning with one example, how the image is scanned or picture is converted into the electrical signal. Synchronizing circuit, transmitter and receiver are perfectly coordinated through synchronizing circuit or synchronizing pulse. Blanking pulses, in the blanking pulse, we discuss about the blanking time period or Rittrich time period. Next, we have a composite signal and resolutions. Composite signal, what is the composite signal and what is the resolution? How much resolution is required to detect the picture from the scanning process? Contents of this video lecture is first is the introductions, second is the scanning process and the synchronizing. Second, after that we have a blanking pulse, composite signal and resolutions. So these are the main content of this video lecture. Through this, student will understand the concept of synchronizing, scanning, blanking pulse and composite. Next, we have to learn about the basic fundamental of the TV engineering. The main objective of this video lecture is how TV is convert image into this scene. So in this video lecture, we will discuss the transmitter section, receiver section, synchronizing, scanning process. The student will also learn the concept of synchronizing between the transmitter and receiver, blanking pulses, composite signal, and resolutions. So these are the main objective of this video lecture. Understanding of the main outcomes. After watching this video, what student will able to learn and what quality and what new properties is added in your mind or in your thinking. So outcomes is the TV fundamental. The student will also learn the scanning process, synchronizing, blanking pulses, composite signal, and resolutions. These are the main basic outcomes of this video. After watching this video, student will learn how the transmitter and receiver section is properly synchronized or coordinate, and how the scene is developed at the transmitter and it is picturized or seen at the CRT screen or TV screen of user. The basic textbook for fundamental TV engineering or the monochrome and the color television by R.R. Gulati. It is a very good and fantastic book to understand the basic fundamental of TV engineering. So the beginners of TV engineering or learner of the TV engineering go through with the book R.R. Gulati, and other references is given here. So in the next section, we have a simplified explanation of the scanning. By this image or by this picture, you are able to understand how the image is scanned. So here we have a TV, camera screen, in the camera screen, we have a figure app which has to be scanned and amplified and transmitted and picturized on the camera, uh, on the display of TV set. So this app is the in the grayscale, and other image that is not to be transmit, which is in the white scale. So grayscale has the voltage value of 1 volt, and white scale has 0 volt or white. So the corresponding video voltage is given here. So if you are taking the projection lower to the screen, then we will get the voltage that is the 1 volt and 0 volt correspondingly. So scan lines from 0 to 14 is shown in the frame, and corresponding voltage is shown in the lower to the frame, and the aspect ratio of the frame is 4:3. From the figure, we are able to understand that the line 1 has no gray scale or gray part of the figure. So it is the on 0 volt. In the case of the line second, you are able to understand that the 1 voltage is for gray part and 0 voltage for 0 white part. So particular level of the voltage 1 is shown in the figure. Similarly, we go further. This is the scanning process by horizontal scanning to the vertical scanning. So in the horizontal scanning, we scan from top left to the right, and retrace period is from right to the left. Similarly, in the top to bottom vertical scanning, the image is scanned from top to bottom. Now we have a principle of scanning. The scanning is a technique that divides a rectangular scene into the individual lines. The standard TV scene dimension have an aspect ratio of 4:3. That is, the scene width is 4 unit, and for every 3 unit of the height. So width by height ratio of any scene is 4:3. We take always in this ratio. To create a picture, the scene is subdivided into the many fine horizontal lines called scan lines. Each line represents a very narrow portion of the light variations in the scene. The greater the number of the scan lines, the higher the resolutions and greater the detail that can be observed. So greater the number of the scan lines, the higher the resolutions. So our scanning line is greater, then there is the resolution is also high. So it is the directly proportional to each other. In this example, the scene is a large black letter F on a white background. The task of the TV camera is to convert this scene to an electrical signal. The camera accomplished this by transmitting the voltage of 1 volt for black and 0 volt for white. The scene is divided into the 15 scan lines and number 0 to 14. So this complete scene is divided into 15 scan lines, and these are the 0 to 14. So we already discussed that the black part of the scene is having a 1 volt and the 0 volt for the white part. So the task of the TV camera is to convert this scene into an electrical signal. So in the transmitter section, we generally use the TV camera. So in the next lectures, we will discuss the cameras and types of the cameras and construction working and applications. Where the white background is being scanned, a 0-volt signal occurs. When a black picture element is encountered, a 1-volt level is transmitted. The electric signal derived from each scan line are referred to as the video signals. They are transmitted serially one after the other until the entire scene has been sent. This is exactly how a standard TV picture is developed and transmitted. So this is the complete process, how the video signal is developed, and the video signal is transmitted, the picture, and it is received by receiver. This is the interlaced scanning is used to minimize the flicker. We have already discussed about the flicker. So here we are discussing the 525 line concept or system. In the 525 line system, we divide the whole frame into the two fields. One field consisting 262.5 lines, and the field one shows that the start of the field and end of the field and starting of the scanning. That is the horizontal scanning from the top left to the right, and retrace period is shown here. In the field second, we understand the uh, complete field, that is vertical scanning process. And third window shows that the complete 525 lines, how it is scanned. So the field rate is the 60 Hz and the frame rate is 30 Hz. Next, after discussing this scanning, we need a synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver. How the transmitter and receiver is synchronized. So this synchronizing pulse is required, or synchronization between transmitter and receiver is required, because scene is developed by the camera tube at the transmitter, and it is transmitted through the antenna and received by receiver system through antenna. So the picture is displayed or seen is picturized on the CRT screen or the monitor or TV reception system or receiver system. So it is need for synchronization. At any time, the same coordinate will be scanned by the electron beam in the both camera tube and the picture tube. Otherwise, distorted picture will be seen on the screen. If there is no synchronization pulse, then there will be a distorted picture will be seen on the screen. So synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver is needed. For that, we are using sync pulse. Yeah, in the TV system, synchronization between transmitter and receiver is needed. So that's why we required synchronization pulse in the transmitter system. At the receiver side, these pulses are identified, separated, and used for triggering the oscillator circuit. Here, in the transmitter, we transmit the sync pulse with the signal, and at the receiver, these pulses are identified and separated, and it is used to trigger the oscillator circuit. So we have the values of the horizontal sync pulse time period, that is the 4.7 microseconds. Horizontal sync pulse frequency is the 15,625 hertz. Vertical sync pulse time period is 160 microseconds. Vertical sync pulse frequency is the 50 hertz. So this is the horizontal and vertical sync pulse and time period. The video signal obtained during the horizontal and vertical retrace are not useful one. In the scanning process, only the trace period is contains the video signal, and retrace period that in the horizontal as well as in the vertical retrace period are not useful one. So there is no need to transmit them. So to make the retrace signal invisible, we are using blanking pulse. Here, to remove or to make the retrace signal invisible, because these are the not useful information, and the retrace period is not take any information. Signal invisible, we require a blanking pulses. During the horizontal blanking, the horizontal retrace is blank. This is the 19% of the horizontal time period. In previous lecture, we already discussed that the horizontal time period is the 64 microseconds, and the 19% is the blanking period. So 64 into 0.19, that is the 12 microsecond is the horizontal blanking period. Remaining 52 volt microsecond contains picture information, and this is called as active line period. Here, this is known as active line period. So out of total horizontal scanning period is the 64, and in this 64 we have 12 is the blanking period or retrace period, and 52 microsecond is the picture information, and this is called active line period, which carried the useful video signal or information. For a single line, one blanking pulse is needed. For this single line, we need a one blanking pulse is. So for the 1 second, 15,625 blanking pulses are needed. So for 1 second, 15,625 blanking pulses are needed. Here, in the vertical retrace, for the 1 frame, vertical blanking pulse is needed. So 1 second, 25 frames are scanned, and so 50 volt blanking pulses are needed. Vertical blanking is the 20, and it will comes at 20 into 64 microseconds. So it is comes at 1280 microseconds. So in the next, we have the sync pulses are used to keep the receiver in a step with the transmitter. So this figure shows that the picture of sync pulse. So sync pulses or total period of trace and retrace period of 64 microsecond in the case of the horizontal scan. Here we have a video signal and the blanking pulses with the video signal, and sync pulses is also sent. It is the sync pulse is the combined with the blanking pulses. Here we have a white level and black level. Black level, the voltage is the high, and white level has a voltage signal level is low. In previous, we have already discussed the white level is 0 volt and black level is at 1 volt. So the 1 upon 15,734 equal to the 63.6 microseconds. It is comes at 64 microseconds. So through this picture, you are able to understand the concept of synchronization pulse, blanking pulse, and the wave signal. This is the spectrum of a broadcast TV signal. The transmission TV signal, that is, we work on 6 megahertz total signal bandwidth, and through this we have a picture carrier and a sound carrier. The bandwidth of this sound signal is the 80 kilohertz, and the bandwidth of the picture signal is the 1.25 megahertz, and the full upper sideband have 4.5 megahertz. So this is the spectrum of the a broadcast TV signal. In the next, we have aspect ratio. It is the very important ratio in the TV system or television engineering. It is the ratio of width by height. The ratio between the width to height of a rectangle picture frame adopted in the TV system is known as aspect ratio. This is the standard ratio which is followed by all TV engineering system or all system, either PAL or NTSC or CCAM. So why we need this ratio in 4:3? The most reason for that is the most of the object are the moving only in the horizontal plane, because moving object is move in the horizontal plane. Our eye is able to see the movement of object comfortably in horizontally only than in the vertical plane. So this is the ability of eye, that eye is able to see the picture or see the picture or movement or object horizontally very comfortably as compared to vertical. So that's why the horizontal plane is in the screen is used 4 and vertical plane is used as 3. So all picture screen should be 4:3 for comfortable visibility of object. The frame size of the motion picture already existing is having the aspect ratio of 4:3. Now we have a resolutions, horizontal and vertical resolution. The ability of image reproducing system to resolve the fine detail of the picture distinctly in both horizontal and vertical direction is called resolution. Resolution means it is the ability to give the detail of fine detail of the picture distinctly in horizontal and vertical direction. So in the TV system, we have a horizontal and vertical resolution. So we are going to discuss first the vertical resolution. Ability to resolve or reproduce fine detail of the picture in the vertical direction is called as vertical resolution. Vertical resolution, VR equal to the number of the active lines into the Cal factor or resolution factor. So in the case of the NTSC system, we have total number of the lines, that is the 585, and the Cal factor is 0.69. So number of the active lines in the vertical resolution system is the 400 lines in F rate. So scale factor value is the 0.69. So this is give the vertical resolution. So 400 lines are vertical resolution and active lines. Next, we have a horizontal resolution, the ability of the system to resolve the maximum number of the picture elements along the scanning determines the horizontal resolutions. Horizontal resolution is VR into aspect ratio, where VR is the vertical resolution is the 400 and aspect ratio is 4:3. So 534 pixels. So horizontal resolution gives the pixel value and our vertical resolution gives the lines value. It is gives how much of the line and it horizontal resolution gives the how much of the pixels, because in the horizontal resolution we consider only a single line. We are going to measure the resolution for one line. Next, we have a video bandwidth. Video bandwidth is the very important uh, point in the television system, because bandwidth is very important for transmission of TV signal. One horizontal line signal upon one horizontal line tracing. So one horizontal line signal is the 267 upon horizontal line tracing is 52 into 10 to the power minus 6. So we will get 5 megahertz is the video bandwidth. Video bandwidth is the also calculated by the horizontal resolution upon 2 into 1 horizontal line scan. Horizontal line is resolution is 534 upon 2 into 52 into 10 raised to power minus 6, because one horizontal line scan period is the 52 microsecond. So it will comes 5 megahertz. So I think you cleared the video bandwidth. It is the 5 megahertz. The next we have a positive and the negative transmission. How the positive and negative transmission is possible in the TV transmission system. In this type of transmission, if brightness of the picture increases, then video signal amplitude also increases. So peak white correspond to 100% modulation level, and the sync level correspond to minimum level. So from this theory, we are able to understand that the brightness of the picture having the highest value of the video signal. After that, when the brightness is decreases, the value of the amplitude of video signal is also decreases correspondingly. Negative transmission modulation. In the negative transmission modulation, if the brightness of the signal picture is increases, then the video signal uh, value or amplitude is decreases. So the positive and negative transmission, in the negative transmission, the brightness of the picture is directly proportional to the inversely proportional to the amplitude of video signal. In the case of the positive transmission or positive modulation, the brightness of the picture uh, increases is directly proportional to the video signal amplitude. So the peak white corresponds to near zero level. Due to the noise pulses, the video signal amplitude increases and produce the black dots on the screen. Uh, in this system, we have some noise pulses. The video signal amplitude increases because noise is mixed with the video signal, so amplitude of the video signal is increased, slightly increases, and produce the black dots on the screen. This will create much low disturbance compared to white dots produced in positive modulation. So black dots create low disturbance compared to the white dots produced in the positive modulation. Since most of the video signal are white, the video signal is low and transmitted power is less. The sync pulse level at 100% are used at the receiver as AGC reference level. This is the comparison chart of positive and negative transmission through which we are able to understand the particular points. The positive modulation, white dots, and in the negative modulation, black dots. So noise is produced in the white dots. And high positive modulation, transmitting power is the high, and in the case of negative modulation, the transmitting power is low. Efficiency, positive modulation have a low efficiency, and negative modulation has a high efficiency. In the positive modulation, we have a 100% white level, and in the case of the negative modulation, we have 10% white level. Black level, in the positive modulation, we have a 25% of the positive modulation, black level, and in the case of the negative modulation, 75% is the black level. Blanking level, in the case of the positive modulation, 28%, and negative modulation, 78% is the blanking level. Sync pulses level, that is the 0% in the positive modulation, and in the case of the negative modulation, 100%. In the next, we have a composite video signal, that is the CVS. It is the very important in the TV transmission system. To understand the composite video signal, we have to discuss here the CVS as a consists of camera signal corresponding to the picture to be transmitted. Blanking pulses to be made to be retrace invisible. Sync pulses to synchronize the transmitter and receiver. So we have discussed the camera signal, retrace period, that is the blanking period, and sync pulses and trace period. So these signals known as composite video signal. So all these signal is transmitted through the transmitter antenna in the TV transmitter system, and at the receiver it is received as a combined signal and identified and separated to each other. So in the CBS we have a complete camera signal, that is the active signal or video signal, and blanking pulses, that is retrace period, it is invisible, and sync pulses to synchronize the transmitter and receiver. This is the diagram to show the composite video signal. Here we have a picture space on the rasters, and front porch and back porch, that is the blanked, and total horizontal scanning time is the 64 microseconds. Front porch has 1.5 microseconds, and here we have an amplitude with respect to the time. And we have a retrace period and trace period of the signal. Horizontal reflections are two, horizontal blanking pulse, horizontal synchronizing pulse. Black porch is the 5.8 microsecond, and we have picture information that is consistently 52 microsecond, because 12 microsecond is the inactive or invisible line, that is the blanking pulse. And the trace period, this is the level of amplitude is also shown 100% to the 0%. So this is the complete information regarding the composite video signal for one horizontal line. Here we have a trace and retrace period also discussed. The composite video signal information from the figure we are here to discuss the details. Total amplitude is the 100%. Y-axis amplitude extreme white level is the 10%. Tolerance is the plus minus 2.5%. Black level is the 70% amplitude. The blanking retrace period amplitude increase to 70%, but actually the blanking pulse of amplitude 75% is used. The blanking pulse 75% amplitude, sync pulse 75% to the 100% amplitude. The given in this that is the sync pulses is the from 75 to 100%, and the blanking pulses are 75% amplitude. The blanking pulses are at the 75% of amplitude. The x-axis time details that the horizontal tracing time is the 52 microseconds, and the horizontal retrace time is the 12 microseconds. The horizontal sync pulse time is the 4.7 microsecond for synchronization, and the level of amplitude is the 75 to 100 for synchronization pulse. Difference between the black level and the blanking level is called as pedestal level. Average value of the video signal is the DC component. Distance between the DC component and the pedestal is called as pedestal height. Now we have a front porch which is shown in the figure. The rising age of the sync pulse and the blanking does not coincide. The time difference between the raising age of the sync and the blanking pulse is called front porch. It is the 1.5 microsecond, and plus minus 0.34 is the tolerance. If front porch is not there, sync pulse is the rule at varying phase level and varying brightness level. Back porch, it allows horizontal flyback used as a reference level to preserve the DC component used to send the color burst signal in the color transmission, used as automatic gain control reference level in the reference circuit, receiver circuit, and difference between the failing ages of sync pulse and the blanking pulse is called back porch. Now we have a one problem on the basis of the TV system, that is the European Fall TV system uses the 625 interlaced scan lines occurring at the rate of the 25 frames per second. The horizontal scanning rate is the 15,625 Hertz. About 80% of the one complete horizontal scan is devoted to display the video, and 20% is the horizontal blanking. Assume that the horizontal resolution is about 512 lines. Only about 580 lines, horizontal scan lines, are displayed on the screen. Calculate the bandwidth of the system and vertical resolution. The times for the horizontal solution is given as that the time for a one horizontal scan is the 1 upon 15,625 microseconds, that is the 64 microseconds. About the 80% of this is devoted, that is the 0.6 into 64 into 0.8, that is the 51.2 microsecond is the containing the video signal. If the horizontal resolution is the 512 lines, then the time for the one line is 51.2 upon 512. That is the 0.1 microsecond is time to scan for one line. Two lines equals the one period, that is the 2 into 0.1, that is the 0.2 microseconds. Converting this to frequency gives the approximate bandwidth, that is the 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 equal to 5 megahertz. So resolution is the RV is equal to 0.8 and L equal to the 0.8 into 580 lines, that is the 464 lines. This is the vertical resolution or VR. In the next section, we have some multiple choice questions on the basis of synchronization, TV fundamental, blanking pulse, horizontal scanning, vertical scanning, composite signals. In the TV receiver, the synchronizing pulses are feed to A, horizontal and vertical reflector plates of the picture tube, B, the control grid, C, the cathode, D, electron gun. Second multiple choice question, the frequency of the scanning in the television set in the frames per second. Option A 25, B 50, C 52.5, D 30. The line synchronizing pulse is applied to A, the vertical deflector plates, B, horizontal deflector plates, C, control grid, D, filament. In which one of the following year mechanical television was invented? A, 1923, B, 1925, C, 1945, D, 1901. The next question, the first program telecast on Doordarshan is A, VC Darshan, B, Asian Games, C, the Peacock Call, and D, none of the above. The main purpose of interlacing in the television scanning is to A, reduce the flicker, B, brighten the picture tube or picture, C, sharpen the picture outline, or D, increase the channel bandwidth. Next question, if a TV picture has total 525 lines and the scanning rate is the 30 frames, 30 pictures per second, time for scanning one line is the second. A, 30 upon 525, B, 525 upon 30, C, 130 into 525, D, 30 into 525. Question number 8. If there are the 625 lines per TV picture, then lines per field are A, 1250, B, 312.5, C, 625, D, 2500. Last lecture, we have already discussed the field in the 625 lines and how much lines are divided into each field. Question number 9, the fundamental of a sync separator TV sat is to separate the signal. A, video and sound. B, video and line sync. C, line sync and field sync. D, sound and the field sync view. Then we have a 10 the multiple choice question. Last question, the observe a portion of the waveform. We must use A, free running oscilloscope. B, triggered sweep oscilloscope. C, vector scope. D, cathode ray tube. So the conclusion of the today's lecture is that today we have discussed the very important aspect of TV engineering, and we have discussed scanning, how the image is scanned and transmitted, how the sync pulses and resolution signal is inbuilt in the scanning signal or video signal. In the last, we have also discussed the composite signal, that is the combination of all video signal, that is video signal, sync pulse, and the blanking pulses. So this is the composite video signal. So in the last, we have also discussed the black porch and front porch. So today we have discussed the main terminology of television engineering and TV fundamental, how the image is converted into the electrical signal and how it is transmitted and received and separated and again developed the picture on the picture tube. So this is the all about the TV fundamental and TV engineering. Thank you.